day, and we were sitting at lunch, and it was funny because we were having a conversation about, this thing's going right in my world and this one's not, and specifically what we were talking about is, a relationship that he is in. And I said, I thought this might be valuable to all of you because it made us both giggle, and it was like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So the notion of the fact that a relationship, the two top things that have to do with having the whole thing work, this is not news, I'm sure, to all of you, but or to any of you. But I think that it's really interesting, and it's if we're not cognizant of it, it's probably not a bad idea to revisit it. But it was about a relationship, three Card Monte. They got the cards, or the shell game, right? So it's the three Card Monte of relationships. It's communication, it's finances. In order to have, those are the two top things. If you ask any counselor what it is that it usually comes down to, and it's generally coming down to communication or finances, or both. And it was funny because the conversation we were having, he said, because I was counseling him, and he said, you are so good at this. You really could be a counselor if, I said, if this whole financial services thing doesn't work out. But he said, no, but seriously. And I said, you have no idea how much of my job that actually includes that piece, because people who come and visit with me on from a financial standpoint, you talk about things like alignment. They may not be aligned in the way that they feel about money or communication. They may also not have, they don't come from necessarily the same background. So, one of them may be a big spender and the other one is a big saver. So I think that it's, a big part of that, about what it takes for people to come have a conversation with somebody like me is first of all, do they have the guts to do it, right? This is going to be a Hail Mary. We got to get our act together. We got to figure this whole thing out. And but I just found it interesting about the fact that, it really is the three Card Monte, because they flip the cards around, and then you have to figure out, which one is the one that had the card that you selected. So it's a constant moving target for people to try and figure out, have we got this piece figured out? Okay, great. The communication piece, like you may get one figured out and then you don't have the other one figured out. But the interesting thing is that they go together. They all have to go together in order to have it be a successful relationship. So as it relates to the financial piece, that's something that I can help with. So, reach out for me. I'm happy to have that conversation, but know that a big piece of it, also, by the way, most people come to me, some of them feel like they have to wait until they've already got their act together and have paid off all their debt and all of those kinds of things, and that's just not so. If you were trained how to do it, you would probably have already done it. So come see somebody who actually knows how to do it and is pretty good at it. So, but the other thing is the relationship and the communication part of that, as it really applies to your financial lives, we got to make sure we're getting some alignment there, right? Maybe you need a super friend to help sort that out. Let me be that piece, right? Again, if it's not me, it needs to be somebody, because this isn't something that's easy to navigate alone, particularly these days. So I just thought that might be kind of fun and interesting for you. And yeah, everyone stay safe.